You are someone who writes a lot, whether you know it or not. Slack, email, text messages, thoughts throughout the day, typing into ChatGPT. And if you're like me, you talk way faster than you can type. Like, way faster. My brain feels like it's working at 150 to 200 words per minute. My fingers feel like they're working at 40 words per minute. That gap creates friction every single day. I've always felt that disconnect between how quickly I can think through things and how quickly my fingers can type. Writing shouldn't feel like work before work even starts. Now, if you're like me, you might have turned to dictation, where you're talking into a device and it's turning your speech into words. However, our normal tools that we're used to using can fall apart pretty quickly. It's getting names wrong, it's getting pronunciations incorrect, it's mishearing what you're saying. Not to mention, there's no context. So internally, that creates low-grade frustration every single day. You either slow down to type, or you spend time correcting what the dictation said. Either way, it's just not very efficient. Philosophically, writing should support your thinking, not interrupt it. If you can think through an idea clearly, there's no reason technology should hinder you from doing that. So me personally, I wasn't actually looking for a tool to solve this. I was just trying to get by with basically Apple's dictation, the speech to text. And I had just accepted the friction. And that's when Willow Voice came along. And it hit that exact problem that I'd been living with, but didn't really know that there was a solution for in this way. So what is it? Well, Willow is an AI-powered voice tool that works literally anywhere that you can type. Email, Slack documents, ChatGPT, on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, wherever your cursor is, you can use this tool. You hit a hotkey, start talking, and your words start showing up. But here's the thing, Willow isn't just speech to text, it's speech to writing. Let me explain. Okay, so here's what it looks like in my actual day-to-day life. I hit the hotkey on my phone or on my keyboard, and I just start talking. No switching apps, no separate dictation window. Now, here's the kicker. As I'm speaking, Willow is adding punctuation, fixing structure, and adjusting tone in real time. So I might be really hot and mad and speaking my thoughts into Willow, but it knows in this context, I need to be professional and I need to be cheerful. So it's adjusting that tone as it goes based on the parameters I've given it before. And this matters because I process ideas out loud. I might not have the perfect sentence in mind when I'm speaking. I might fumble over my words or say, you know what, actually, this is what I meant. Before I even hit send or even take that and enter it into ChatGPT, Willow has already refined what I'm saying as I go. And that's the part about Willow that actually feels pretty magical. I've also started training it with a custom dictionary. Every speech-to-text thing I've used in the past gets my daughter's name spelled incorrectly every time. With Willow, names, specific words, and things and phrases that I say all the time just come out right now. Once I fixed it once, it's the same across all my devices. Another cool thing is you can set up different tones and ways that Willow will convert your speech to text depending on what setting you're using it in. Maybe email, you're more professional and more short. Maybe with texting, you're shorter but more casual and goofy. Maybe when you're talking into AI, you want all of your thoughts to really be laid out so that the AI there can help you. And you can set this up all within the app, depending on what software you're using to type on. It can, in real time, adjust your tone and grammar and all that great stuff. You don't have to ask the AI to do this for you after. You can, if maybe it didn't get it right or you wanted to change it up from time to time, but it's all done for you automatically the moment you let go of those hotkeys. And all of this works across all your devices. I use it on my Mac Mini, my MacBook Air, my iPhone, and it also works on Windows and Android devices. So this is where I think Willow really earns its place, because most dictation tools do some version of speech to text software. The difference is what happens next. So traditional just speech to text software has you transcribe what you're saying first and then require you to clean that up after. So you do the thinking and then the work starts. Willow actively shapes your text as you speak. Compared to like Apple and Windows and tools that are built into these hardware devices, they just give you exactly what they're hearing just in text format. Willow is actually faster, more accurate, and dramatically better at capturing what you're actually meaning to say. So in other words, system dictation software gives you text. Willow gives you writing. Now, whisper flow is probably one of Willow's closest competitors. And at this level, milliseconds matter. Willow is roughly twice as fast, and that speed difference, if you compare the two, can be noticeable. When you're speaking naturally, that latency gap is very important, especially when you're in a flow state of thinking through ideas. Another thing is Willow is more focused on learning and matching your writing style over time, not just quickly transcribing what you're saying. Super Whisper is another one that I've researched, and it takes a very different approach. It prioritizes local processing, so on device only. You can choose models and tweak settings, and it can be a very hands-on experience. And for those super familiar with this type of software, that can make a lot of sense. But the trade-off there is obviously complexity. It takes more to set up, and localized models just aren't as quick as online models. Now, Willow takes the opposite approach. It is focused on simplicity, speed, and accuracy, not so much configurability. You open it up, you speak, it works. There are settings you can dive into, things you can change if you want to, but out of the box, it is working quickly and efficiently. Now, Willow has a free plan that gives you about 2,000 words of dictation per week. You still get the core experience. You get dictation from anywhere, formatting, and a custom dictionary. It's enough to know pretty quickly if it works with your flow and with your brain. The paid plan removes the word limit and unlocks unlimited dictation, longer sessions, faster and more consistent performance, and a deeper personalization as you use it over time. If you just write occasionally, then the free plan might be enough for you. But if you're like me and you're writing all the time, whether that be text messages or emails or talking into ChatGPT, the paid plan starts to feel less like a subscription and more like an infrastructure that everything you do is built upon. So without a tool like this, you keep doing what you're doing, typing everything out or speaking into a device and it then having to go back and edit everything because it's not really what you said or what you meant. You're slowing your thoughts to match your keyboard speeds, and that friction never really goes away. So with Willow, however, your thoughts you speak out loud turned into polished writings almost as soon as you speak them. Names stay correct, tone makes sense. Writing feels more natural instead of a mechanical brain to physical to keyboard to computer. And this has genuinely changed how I think about moving through my day and how I process things and how I respond to others and how I come up with ideas. Brain dumps actually leave my head in well-formatted and structured ways. And I'm excited to continue using Willow moving forward. If this sounds like something you've been missing, there will be links in the description to check out a free trial. And of course, there's a paid plan there as well if you like what you see. Thanks so much to Willow for sponsoring today's video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and like this video next. On this channel, we help tech-savvy individuals discover products that marry form and function. We like products that both improve our lives and look good while doing so. It helps us to build a calm, more intentional life. So if that sounds cool to you, please subscribe, like this video next. I think you're gonna love it. And we'll see you all in the next one.